Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, in this short tutorial or video, I'm going to explain how you can record videos of your lectures, or maybe how to solve some exercise and record these and then upload them for your students so they can have a look at it. First of all, I just would like to introduce you what's the final product is going to be. So now I'm going to go to my course, and you can see I organized them like this, but you can have any other type of organization, but this one gives me the ability to hide the different weeks, and especially to reuse those from semester to semester. And now each one of those weeks, let's say for example for week 9, I added some content. So basically these ones are based on your organization of the course. And yeah, so this basically, when it comes up, what I added is, on the build content I added an item, and this gives me this item here, and then I have another item for the lab exercises, another item for the files that I'm sharing with my students, and a last one for the videos of the recording of the solutions of those exercises. So of course, as you can see, I can also control because I do them separately, not all in one place. I can control when they will be available to students. So I'll just put them so they can be available at the end of the week. So by the time they practice, so they have some time to practice, and then they will just be able not to look at the solution immediately. So it's up to you. That's what I was doing actually during the classrooms. Now on a purely online scenario, I don't know if this is going to be, a good option. I might be able maybe to just give them 2 days, and then after that I'm going to be opening it up. I was choosing this time because that was the time for my last section. So I did not want them to have a look at the exercise, the solution of the exercises before doing it. But anyways, that's the idea. So now the first thing that you need to do is basically create an item where you're going to be putting your videos, for example, or either for the lectures or for the solution of your exercise. So I'm going to call it this one like test. So this is the name that is going to appear on the top here. This is still loading. Today the connection seems to be a little bit slow for Blackboard. It's still loading here. And anyways, what I'm going to be using though is once I prepare this place, I will just leave it as it is, and then I will go to talk about the software, which is called the Active Presenter. Now this is a free, the version that we're going to be using is free, and you just type Active Presenter and it gives you this, and you can go to the link, and it will give you that the Active Presenter 8. There are different versions. The free version is kind of enough for whatever we need to do right now, but you can go to if you'd like to explore more, you can do more, and go to the download, and then this latest one is enough for us. You can, if you have a system that might not be 10.8 or this have 64 bits basically, you can go to this version, Active Presenter 6.1.6. And if I recommend going for this one if you have a low spec computer at home, or if your computer is kind of slow. But this is enough. You can take this as long as your computer can handle 64 bits. And this is what I'm going to show you the presentation with. And so the first thing, of course, I'm recording using that software actually, so I cannot just start from scratch. So what I did, I took some screenshots of the first steps. Now once you install it, it just next. There's nothing more. You just download, install, and next. There's nothing more to do besides that. Then when you install it, you're just going to start it. It will ask you, do you want to have like a light theme or like a dark theme? You just choose whatever option you prefer. I choose the light, and then it gives you this. Now when you have this, we are not interested in all of these templates. You can get fancy later on by discovering, but what we need to do is just to record a video. That's what I'd like to do. So we will record a video by clicking on this button. Then later on we'll have this showing up. Now you can record a full screen or maybe a custom region of your screen. Well, I recommend to just leave them as it is, like a full screen. Just make sure that you see some green here, because this means that your microphone has been discovered, recognized, and it's working. Now it should like change with your talking. Also, if you want, you can also have some kind of webcam to display yourself. I don't feel that it's really necessary. Actually, it's not. Maybe it will make your computer more slower, so I recommend not using it, just to have the focus on whatever you're going to be explaining. And then you hit the record. Once you hit that record, you're going to be having like the screen a countdown first, 3, 2, 1, and then it starts recording immediately. And then what happens, actually just disappears. So it just shows your screen, it starts recording. You can just go to your PowerPoints if you're explaining something. And I recommend that also, if you don't want to, if you're using your slides, well, you can talk with your slides. You can just open any slide that you're going to be explaining, and then you go to your presentations, as you know. But there's something that maybe you're not using that much. You might be using it now. These tools on the bottom. So you click on it, and you're going to see that you have the pen. Probably you're using those anyways. But you have the pen, the highlighter. You can change the colors. If you use the pen, then you just control something with the mouse. Actually, if you have a stylus, which is actually much easier, it will be much smoother. Of course, especially writing is more easy. I mean, the only thing then you can, if you'd like to erase, you can just go and erase them from here. You erase all ink or erase one by one if you'd like to erase one. And there's a shortcut if you'd like to erase all, which is just press E while you're in this. If I press E, see, everything disappears. Then I have to go back, and that will be easier than having to go back here. So you just write your things and then press E if you'd like to erase and start again. And what I recommend, if actually you even if you're using your slides, sometimes you might need some kind of a whiteboard. So what I personally recommend and sometimes do is that I create a new, like, blank presentation. I just leave it like this, and then I just click on slideshow. So this gives me like a whiteboard that I can use to draw things, to explain whatever I'd like to explain, and I can use it as some drawboard. And with the Alt tab, I can just switch back and forth between the different slides or different software that I'm using. So this being said, this is also, E is your friend, because you can always erase everything and then you can use it again. Okay, so you're recording your thing, and then actually just would like to show that it's still recording. It doesn't show here. It disappears. Sometimes you might see the icon. I mean, this is the icon of the program, that if you'd like to start it. But actually, there's an icon that is hidden now in the notification section. So if sometimes it's going to show up, sometimes it might be hidden. So you have to, if you'd like to go back and stop your presentation, you have to go back and see this is the icon for it. If you click on it now, you can see I'm still recording. So so far it's 7 minutes, and it just gives me the ability to pause the recording. So if I'd like to pause and do some kind of setup, so take a break or whatever, and then the pause means it's just going to keep waiting for me until it continues later on. And then this means of obviously stop the recording when you have finished recording your presentation or your solution of the exercises. And this is going to take you back to how you to the next step. And of course, if you'd like to cancel, you can just click on this discard the recording. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on this. As soon as you click on this, I'm going to do it now, because obviously if I do it, it will stop this recording. But if I press on the stop, it will take me to the next step, which is here. Let me try to hide this. No, not this one. I would like to hide this one. How can I? Okay, I click on it, so it hides it, so it doesn't disturb us. So let's go back now to where my yes. So the next step is that after I click on that button that is stop, it's just going to take me to this. And I recorded something earlier just to show an example. Obviously, this is going to be the time of the length of your recording. This is one just a 9 second, less than 9 seconds, just to test something, to show you these pictures. So once this is done, you get this picture. Now in this picture, what's important is, I mean, if you'd like to do some trimming, you can do a lot of advanced things actually for free. But notice there's one thing that it says, I have not tested it a lot, but if you do whatever I used to do, like just playing videos, it doesn't give you any watermarking. But it seems like if you do something else, it gives you some watermark. You can learn more by clicking here. So far, I have not seen those watermarking on the previous versions that I have. I had the version 6.1.3, so it didn't have that problem. So anyways, I don't think it's a big deal anyways. You can just ignore that. And now what you need to do here is if you're curious, you can just try to, for example, trim your do some delete some sections that you don't want to do that, but you can just it's kind of straightforward. But what we need to go is here, actually I need to go to click on this export. Now this export is going to convert this to a video, and that's what I need to do before I can upload it on YouTube. So when I click on export, okay, I get this window, export to video. Now there's nothing else to do, don't change anything, just make sure that you put it wherever you want. That's the only thing you need to change. Click on the browse, so it will just specify where you want it to be. And then once you do that, it's just going to show you this, that it's going to export. Actually, this is the part that is kind of the slowest part. Sometimes, like for videos of an hour or 30 minutes, it might take maybe 10 to 15 minutes to process that export to the video. So once it's done, well, it gives you this kind of message. Okay, what you'd like to do now, it's available, we'd like to see the output. I generally click yes, because it gives me, okay, this is the folder with the video that I recorded. So it gives me this recording, and this is the video that I need to upload on YouTube. So what I go now, I just go to the browser, I go basically to this studio.youtube.com. Now if you don't have a channel, I suggest that you create one, because you'll have to do that before you can upload a video, I guess. So if you go to this studio.youtube.com, actually it will ask you to authenticate and then probably create an account if you haven't, if you don't have a Google account. And once you've done that, it will just take you to the ability to this page down probably. So this is for my channel. Actually, you can see a lot of this is the last one that I just did, the test that I've done. Actually, I'm going to delete it later. But if I'd like to upload the new one, I click on this create. You see, create. I can go live, but I'm not doing that. I would like to upload a video. Now, if I click on upload the video, it shows me this. Now, what I need to do is just click on here, and I made it as a window so I can drag and drop. So drag and drop, and it's going to upload it for you. So it started uploading already, so it's processing. As you can see, all you have to do is just give it a title. So this is my test. This is my second test, and you can put anything you would like to put in the description to explain more. This is the link that we're going to use later to put it on Blackboard. And anyway, there's a lot of different things. You can put these in a it's finished already. Actually, it's not a very long video. We said 9 seconds, so that's why it was pretty fast. So it shows you some thumbnails if you'd like to change the way. I mean, this looks, but this pretty much the same. So maybe just a small difference between them. Anyways, so you can choose which one you want. You can customize if you'd like to put your own thumbnail. Thumbnail. I don't know why you say thumbnail or thumbnail. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So you can choose how the preview that you're going to get, the picture is going to show up. Now you can use this in a playlist. That's what I do actually. I do that for every course that I taught. I just put a playlist for every semester course, so I can put all the videos of that semester. I'm not sure if this is really a good idea, because maybe we can find like different recordings spread out. For example, this is the same course but on different semesters. So I don't know. Maybe you can just put them by course. I think that's what would be a better way, instead of doing them like that. So anyways, you can just specify if it's made for kids or not. Probably just there's some features that are going to be disabled if it's made for kids, and then you can go for more details. The only thing that I probably do is just I put the recording date and the location. I'll just put it at JUC, probably it's or UCJ, Juba University College. And if this, I mean, I don't know what the difference is honestly about these licenses. I didn't pay attention to them, but the category I put it as education. So if someone Googles it, it might shows up somewhere like that. So you can also use tags, for example, just to make them like some kind of keywords. So active presenter, for example, I can just say something like that. With the tab, it just becomes some like tag like this. I can just mention like a tutorial or first experience, whatever. You can just put things that are like keywords for your lecture. Generally, what I use is exercise. For example, if it's for Java 1, I'm going to say for loops or Java, things like that. and that's it. Now I just need to click next. So it will just, now if you'd like to do some fancy things, you can Google that later, but I'm not going to. So click on next again, and this is something that is a new feature that I just added. You can make it public, so everyone sees it, and unlisted, so anyone with just the link can see it, or private, only you can see it. But also you can do, this is the new thing, you can schedule it to be available only at a specific time, so which is something that is like, anyways, that's a feature that you can use. I personally prefer just to make it public anyways, and hit the publish. But before hitting the publish, actually I can copy the link. I'm going to copy the link and then hit the publish. Even if I published and then I forgot to copy the link, you can still go back here and you can still copy the link here. So, and then once I copy the link, I just close it. Now I go back to my item that this is still loading, it seems. I'm going to, okay, click on submit because I'm waiting. Oh, this problem. Okay, so let's go back and hope that these problems do not appear too much. Okay, I'm just going to see what happened. I'm creating the item. Okay, now that's what I was looking for. So this is my test. Now here nothing appears yet. Okay, so let me cancel it. I just would like to be able to go back to something that I can do. Okay, so what the basic idea is that I'm going to I'm going to see if the item has been created. Okay, here it is. So the test has been created. I'm just going to edit it. Basically, once you create it, you can just move it to whatever you want. I will put it a little bit on the top. Okay, so this is my test. I will edit it. Okay, so I'm editing the test, and hopefully things are going to be much smoother. Okay, it seems like, I don't know why I'm not seeing this, whatever I type. So there might be, I don't know what kind of issue, which is not something we'd like to see at the moment. So this is where you're going to specify if you'd like to display it at a specific time, starting from a specific time, and if you'd like to not make it available after some time, you can just display it until another time. But let's say I would like to insert a video. That's actually the link that I want to show you. So this is insert, edit, embedded media, and that's what you'd like to click on. And once you click on that, it tells you, okay, what's the URL, what I copied earlier. I'm going to paste it here, and basically that's pretty much it. Just save, and this is going to just to show you this. That's what I was typing, and it wasn't showing up. So it shows you like the video like this. That's okay, that's normal. And then if I click on submit, it will just appear now. I'm going to see a preview of that video. So here it is. Now that's pretty much it. Now the students can see it from here, or they can just click on this and see it on YouTube. So it's up to them, and that's pretty much enough for whatever we try to do. So to summarize, you have to, when you create, I have to go for Active Presenter. You download it, and then you go for record a video. Then after recording the video, it shows you this screen. Make sure everything is working fine. This is full screen, and hit on record. You record your video, then we click on stop. When you're done, you just click on this stop, and then it's just going to stop for you. And once you stop, it gets to this place here. You'd like to make some changes to the video itself, you can play it. You can click on play to see the video itself and to see the outcome of your recording. You can also zoom in, zoom out, things like that. And then you click on export right here, and then after clicking on export, it takes you to this. It shows you this actually window. You just don't change anything except that the place where you want it to be, and click OK. Then it just converts it, and it shows you where the output is, which is the file that the video file. This video file, you go to YouTube by studio.youtube.com, and then you click on this button, create, upload the video, and then it will just follow the steps to upload it. Now you can manage your videos here if you want to. That's maybe another story. So now what I would like to mention though is that if you have what you need basically is a microphone. Now your laptop or your computer microphone might not be enough. You can test with it. If it works, fine, great. But if it doesn't, actually I'm using something similar to this to this one here. And you can see that actually the prices are ranging from based on the quality, but what I'm doing right now is with something similar to this, so it's not really that expensive. And but you can go for the better the sound, the better the mic, the better the sound will be, inshallah. So but you can get it for this like for 15 riyals, something like that. That's what basically I think I bought it from, with that price range, maybe between 15 and 30, I don't remember exactly. And you also need maybe a stylus, something. I found that, I mean, I don't know how reliable this is, but I mean you can find something like a tab where you can use with the pen, and so it can be much easier, especially for those who are using like formulas or they would like to write more, again by using the pen here in the presentation. This actually is very convenient. And then, but if you need to use a pen, actually yeah, like this. And if you're using a pen, just as a reminder, it's very useful to remember to press the E on the keyboard to erase everything. Yeah. So that's it. I hope that this will help, and wish you all the best.